Happy Monday. Oh man, you're gonna like this episode. How about a thumbs up for your boy here? It's all about the likes. You hit the button, I'll keep making videos. I'm gonna have a hot cup, and then I'm off to the local coin shop, where all the MK Ultras hang out these days. Whoa, looks like I got some zeal today. A little overzealous. We got major drippage. I already drank 2 of these. It's not natural enthusiasm. Not a big deal. Just clean it up. Clean it up. I'm so glad you're back. You could be anywhere on the YouTube right now. You could be watching Stacker videos, sponsored by Bullion Companies. Take a break, take a sip. Cheers to you, friendo. Yeah, so, I mean, who doesn't enjoy watching them cherry pick the news to peddle their wares? No conflict of interest there, huh? So what do we got in the sack, Jack? This is a long bag. You know what? I'm just gonna rip the top off. So if you are a regular, you know I like to keep a little cash around, and I also like to stack some copper, and this is what I do. I get some change. Each week, roughly $20 worth of nickels, pennies. Oh, look, a wheat penny. I mostly just buy rolls of nickels because pennies these days are just zinc. Pre-1982 pennies are copper, and some of the 1982 pennies. I don't have time to sort them. I just screen them as best I can. Until I'm ready to sort them in my machine, I generally just don't save the ones with the shields on the back. I don't save quarters and dimes, well, unless they're silver, of course, because their melt value is nowhere near their face value. Unlike copper pennies and all nickels. Nickels have a lot of copper in them. They're 75% copper and 25% nickel, which is a very useful metal these days. I just bought this change off a girl I know. The change in the console of her car. People know me as kind of like a Coinstar. Not like a famous coin person, but like the actual Coinstar machine that you see in the grocery store. Like that. They see me like that. Like a robot. And I don't take 12%, but I also don't take dimes and quarters. I don't want that garbage. If there's no one to sell me their change, I basically just spend 20 bucks at the bank and get a bunch of rolls of nickels. So what's the big deal? You throw $20 aside each week. And ultimately, all of these coins go into 5-gallon water bottles, one in each room. I have one that is full, and I'm working on the other 2. It'll get, I admit it, it'll get kind of strange when there's finally one in the bathroom. You're like, oh, what is that? Why is there a giant jug of change in the bathroom? So this habit is just setting aside $20 a week and making the cash very inconvenient for myself, for burglars, for whoever. But if there's ever an emergency, like I lose my job or something, I can just sit around and roll these up again, and it'll be thousands of dollars. And it's the cheapest way to stack copper. I know you can't scrap it, but we may go to a cashless society. You never know. They might lift the ban on that, like they did with silver change. But you gotta admit, if you just stack $20 bills somewhere each week, you'd be tempted to spend it, but not pennies and nickels. Another habit I have is that I buy basically a silver dollar every week. I've been steady buying 100-year-old plus silver dollars, but that could change. The premium on silver eagles was way too high, like 100% almost. So I figured, why buy them? I will buy these. But as of late, I have seen the premiums on eagles has come down. 34 weeks ago, I just did not have a lot of faith in the silver market, and I'm not sure how much faith I have now. But I still wanted to buy something that was pretty cool each week to stave off my stacking hunger. And what silver is cooler than these Morgan and Peace dollars? I mean, look at these things. I have to turn off the filter so I don't ruin the image. They're just so beautiful all on their own. These are all over 100 years old, except for a 2025 Peace dollar, and many of them are up to 140 years old. This is what our great-grandparents used as money. There's history here, and it's very tangible, which pleases me aesthetically. And when I go to the coin shop today, this is what I'll be picking up. Another Morgan dollar, most likely. Or perhaps a Peace dollar. We'll see. I'm going to be looking for something that's in very good shape today. But it has been a while since I bought a Peace dollar. This one here is a pretty nice one. I don't know. I've been enjoying my Morgan kick a lot. I have heard people say that Peace dollars are more rare. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I don't know. Well, here's the real pretty one. We'll go over gold at the end of the video. I just got a notification that a package was delivered while making this. I guess this is gonna turn into an unboxing at some point. I need more zeal. I guess it's time to go to maximum caffeine. No safety net. Let's see how we do. I hope you hit that like button. And please, leave some comments below. I don't even care if they're nasty. I can't make everyone happy. It's impossible. But if you leave a comment, maybe I can change things a little bit if it suits me. I forgot to mention there was a silver dime in her chain. Flippin' neato, right? All right, the coffee's about to get excessive here. Cheers to you, friendos. I wish you good health and prosperity. Okay, I'm gonna irritate some of you for like 15 seconds. Start the timer. For the past 16 weeks, I've been adding to my Bitcoin position $50 a week. So that's another habit that I have. And at this point, I'm thinking about upping it to $100 a week. I'm sorry if this disappoints anyone, but I've made a lot of money on it in the past and will in the future. future, I believe. There, that wasn't too painful, was it? All right, let's move on to another habit that I have. Saving some interesting fiat notes. If somehow my finances erode or I find a great opportunity to invest in, well then, this ready cash would be deployed. And it would likely be deployed before my pennies and nickels. Although they are in fine cases, I am under no delusion that these are valuable. But they are neato, which makes them a little easier to hold on to. I even started saving the big head bills that don't have color. If I had to spend any of this, these would go first, no doubt. So if I have some cash and I see something like this in my knot, I'll take it out and put it in a plastic case. We should all keep some emergency cash around, and, I just try to make my emergency cash interesting. This works for me because, I have a YouTube channel like this. But once again, I would like to clarify, I do not see this as an investment. There are some very valuable notes out there, like $1,000 bills, $500 bills, none of which are here. By all means, let me know what you think of these in the comments below. You can just keep commenting and commenting on everything. It's okay. You can leave more than one. Yeah, so here's $618 of cash sitting around. And that number can grow pretty fast if I find another old 100 or old 50. This habit, I don't have a schedule for it. It's just whenever something comes around that I see. And that's actually happening less and less these days. I just don't see the small head 20s, 10s, and 5s like I used to. It would be nice to see this stash get over $1,000. Perhaps I'll start seeking them out a little harder. So, who wants to see an unboxing? This old 150 is kind of dope. Let's break out that package. I was going to just use some scissors, but an unboxing video needs a knife. This knife has actually come in handy in the past. I was buying young coconuts for a while there, and you need to hack the top off so that you can drink the coconut water. Oh man, that sounds amazing. Probably because I haven't had breakfast yet, and I haven't had a carb in 6 days, 7 days. I was eating junk food and drinking sour mash whiskey while I had the chest flu there. Definitely not medical advice, but that sour mash really works for respiratory issues. It did become tough to stay away from the tipping point and not become a werewolf. But yeah, I'm on good behavior now, so I'm just eating steaks and eggs, and even sampling some of the canned meat I've been buying. The sodium's pretty intense in those. It's an issue. So I'm actually opening silver, and I bought this off of eBay. I got these as some gifts for some friends. They say you get what you give in this life, so I try to give away some gold and silver every now and then. Maybe I should start giving away some cash, because I could definitely use some more of that. Yeah, so these are just generic silver rounds with dragons on them for 2024. I don't know how you say it. Asahi Refining. I think it used to be Ohio Precious Metals. Don't quote me on that one, but I was big in the generics for a while there. So I could be right. All right, another hot cup. I got to stay in flow state. It's okay if you don't want to follow my lead here. We don't all need to be jacked up. And yes, that is silver chains on my coffee thermos. So let me set these dragons to the side and we'll get to some gold. I've been to the safe box, so I actually have some more gold on the premises today. How exciting. I have a little bit more that I couldn't get to, but it's not so much. So I got some gold backs here. They're part of my dollar bill collection. I don't classify them as an investment, although in time, as a collectible, I think they could do quite well. But I just bought a bunch of them as a gift last year for Christmas, and I kept one of each for myself. Each of these is 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold. Here it is. I got my fractional tube. This is Apocalypse VIP right here. So one of my habits is I buy gold. It's not common in the United States for people to buy gold. Oh, wedding rings or some jewelry. For a long time, it was illegal. Here, quick Google search. When owning gold was illegal. One notable period in history when owning gold was illegal was in the United States between 1933 and 1974. On April 5th, 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an executive order that essentially criminalized the possession of gold. Why in the world would anyone make gold illegal? I would say the same reason that the United States dollar is illegal in countries that are suffering a hyperinflation. It protects your purchasing power while the government is trying to take it from you, like a tax. And it is real money. So when a government is trying to push a fiat amongst its people, having real money around is not good. For the bureaucrats, that is. Or the tyrants. Maybe it's because I'm not a mathematician or something, but I just don't trust modern monetary theory so much. Call me old-fashioned. I guess I'm more of the Austrian economic type, not the Keynesian. But anyhow, I occasionally pick up some gold because I think it's smart for me protecting my wealth. It's been money for many, many thousands of years up until the 70s. So I think it's not actually me that's being risky, but people who do not buy gold that are being risky. Fiat notes are IOUs for money. Gold is money. You can get by giving everyone an IOU for quite some time, possibly, if your credit's good, but it cannot last indefinitely. Make no doubt, our dollar bills, our debit cards are just as much credit as our credit cards. But I'm guessing if you're on this video watching for this long, you already know all this stuff. Who am I talking to here? I'm preaching to the choir. Hey, if you're not subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead and just hit that subscribe button so that you cannot miss a video in the future. Wouldn't that be just terrible for you? Not me, I'll be fine. I'm gonna be here talking to myself whether you're here or not. I guess I should probably wrap this up. So these are my habits, most of them. I mean, I also go for walks, which I gotta do after this. I need 10,000, 15,000 steps. Let's do it. There's that chunky gold. This is what I'm after next, another Centenario. It contains 1.2 troy ounces of gold. Every January and June, it's gonna hurt when I buy the third one. But yeah, these are my habits. I attempt to do many things every day that make me wealthier and healthier. And if you're doing all these financial things and you're disregarding your health, I think you're wrong. You should not do that. One of the most essential factors for growing your wealth is time. And you should get as much of it as you can, right? And I'm out of it, so I gotta go. I hope I earned a like. I'll see you tomorrow. That is it.
Beltnet Radio, Wicked Shout.